Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, if you thought Disney Star Wars was done targeting your children with all of their crazy ideology, well, welcome to another day ending in Y, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not done in any way, shape, or form. Because, yes, the latest edition of the new Star Wars children's book meant for all ages introduces us to the first ever transgender clone from the Clone Wars. Yes, boys and girls, and the absolute abomination that literally makes no sense whatsoever concerning the fact that clones are literally cloned and have chips and inflammations and all kinds of other crazy programming that goes inside of them, besides the fact that this makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. Of course, they are inserting it right inside of a book for a character that's barely appeared in any other source material whatsoever, just because it's all ages for the kids. And color us shocked there, ladies and gentlemen. We've got this article over here from thatparkplace.com. Star Wars debuts first look at transgender clone trooper after Disney CEO Bob Iger said he removed the company from the culture war. Oh, color us shock there. The people running the Walt Disney Company, and i.e. Star Wars as well, is nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. And yes, boys and girls, the trans troopers clone even has the trans pride flag colors on their armor. Yes, when you just didn't think the idiocy could get any worse, here we are, boys and girls. So we're going to check out this article from thatparkplace.com, getting all of the juicy details of showing you exactly what kind of insanity this is. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does it surprise you at all that Star Wars, which is considered being one of the few places that the activists have not been cleaned out in any way, shape, or form, and that it is still considered by many people out there to be a dead brand with no future hope whatsoever? Does it surprise you in any way, shape, or form, or is it just more of the same? Or does it actually come as a surprise to you that they would go this far in a book meant for children? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. So Star Wars debuts a first look at transgender clone trooper. Lucasfilm and publisher Simon & Schuster revealed a first look at a male clone trooper pretending to be a woman in Star Wars: The Secrets of the Clone Troopers. Oh, yes. Ex-user SJ Holocron, who appears to have purchased a copy of the book that is written by Mark Samarick and illustrated by Alberto Petrucci, revealed the book includes a first look at Sister, a trans woman clone trooper. Oh, yes. And shout out to Master of the TDS and our dear sweet channel subscriber and supporter out there, Jim Bone, for letting us know about all of this, because holy cow, what a bunch of insanity this is. But it really does just seem like it's another day ending in Y with Disney Star Wars. The user added the clone trooper Rex, who writes in an in-universe account of clone troopers, describes Sister. When one of our kind expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow troopers, she figured she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Fortunately enough, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. Oh, yes. Just because you're a weirdo and a freak, it doesn't mean that the whole world won't accept you, even during an extremely militaristic situation out there where literally all of this should violate your cloning. And if anything, you look like you should be an error, a problem that should probably have been removed or properly taken care of. As noted by That Park Place's Jonas J. Campbell, the book is being marketed towards children. Disney just released a Star Wars Clone Wars book featuring a male trooper called Sister who uses she/her pronouns with transgender flag painted armor. The description says the book is for young fans and children. And yes, as we checked over here on this, it is very true on this one. And this is my favorite part. If you go over to the Amazon, literally, it's got a 1.5 review out of 5 stars. There's only 2 ratings, and both of them are bad, ladies and gentlemen. And that is hilarious. In fact, Simon & Schuster's listing of the book states, learn the secrets of the clone troopers in this interactive, fully illustrated guide for readers of all ages. Yes, boys and the girls, they want all your Star Wars kiddos out there to know that it's okay to have a transgender clone trooper. It also adds, Star Wars: The Secrets of the Clone Troopers contains beautiful illustrations that will enthrall child and adult readers alike. The character first appeared in E.K. Johnston's Queen Hope back in 2022. In a now deleted post, Johnston shared the concept art of the character created by Uzier Art. Johnston wrote in a post, Her name is Sister because her brothers wanted to make sure everyone knew that she belonged. And actually, if you go over to the Wikipedia, that picture is still over here, represented quite nicely on, of course, the woke-ass Wikipedia that we've got over there. In another post, Johnston added, Sister doesn't have a huge part in the book, so we didn't want to use her existence as a promo. I made her to be shared, not just with readers, but with other Star Wars writers as well. P.S. She's functionally immortal, plot armor that makes Darth Maul look like a pushover. Oh, yes, this man pretending to be a woman is the bestest ever and has more plot armor than Darth Maul. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, even though it's just a minor character, they're still the bestest ever, and they're even better than Darth Maul. Oh, color us shocked there. And why? Why wasn't this used as part of the promotional material? Because they knew the kind of backlash that they would get. And also, this is just a minor character. So in an interview with Force Friends Rewatch, boy, I'm sure those aren't shill access media possessed by the spirit of the age folks in any way, shape, or form, Johnson specifically wanted the character to interact with a young Anakin. Oh, that's right, boys and girls. Anakin knows all about this character and fully accepts them. And the idea to make the character so-called transgender came from Lucasfilm Story Group. Yes, the same Lucasfilm Story Group where we saw the pictures from inside and said, no, Luke, da-da-da-da-da, get rid of all the males, make it all about wham and power. Yes, that same one. While discussing the notes received from her first draft, Johnson shared, Story Group was wondering if you could make Teffa a trans character instead. And I thought about it for 10 seconds and I was like, no, I can't. It's not like flipping a switch in this case. And then I was like, oh, really? It's not like flipping a switch? You mean like all of a sudden deciding to wake up one day and think that you're a lady? When you're actually a dude, you just because you want to feel pretty and put on an outfit and you know, I don't know, identify by she, her pronouns. You mean like flipping that switch? And then I was like, but you did ask for another Anakin scene. So what if I just give you a trans character in addition to Teffa? And Sister was an idea that I'd been floating around for a couple of months at that point. And I knew it was going to be a short scene. I knew it was going to be very unsuitable. And very unsubtle. And I knew what I wanted it to be with Anakin because I wanted it to be the most like Jake Lloyd moments in the whole book. Oh, yes. It wasn't going to be subtle. We were going to beat you over the head with it. And we had to include, for our justification, Anakin Skywalker in it. Because, of course, you can't just have these characters stand on their own. No, no, no. They have to be tied in to someone else who the fans actually care about because otherwise no one would care. Which is why nobody brought up this character ever before because it was literally in a book that nobody read and nobody bothered with back from 2022. I really wanted that kind of innocence, that genuineness, the immediate acceptance to shine through in that scene. Oh, yes, it's all going to be okay. And when you jump over to the Wikipedia, some of this stuff is just absolutely insane right here. What's your name, Trooper? Sister. It's how my brothers tell everyone I belong. Belonging is important. Oh boy, if that's not just absolutely insanely creative, just mind-blowing lines, boys and girls. Sister was the name of a trans female clone trooper who served in the Grand Army Office of the Republic during the Clone Wars. She participated in the battle alongside Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi, Clone Commander Cody, and Jedi Padawan Anakin Skywalker as part of the 7th Sky Corps. So not only does she exist, but she was an integral part to battles involving Obi-Wan and Anakin. Oh, yes. I was afraid before I even left Camino. We don't really know what happens to unusual clones, but my brothers never let me doubt. I wasn't sure if the Jedi would understand. The Jedi are all about transcending things. Oh, that's right. The Jedi are just another trans allegory. I don't think we can complain if you transcended gender. Yes, if you can transgender the absolute biological facts of your birth, and in this case, your production, because you're a clone. You are designed to be a specific way, and if there was any thought whatsoever in the minds of those cloners out there that you were going to be a problem, guess what? You wouldn't have made it to final form. Transcend gender. We'll work on it, but I like where it's heading. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's just absolutely insane. And here's the creator. Now, I'm not saying she's not biologically female. I have no idea whatsoever. But tell me this doesn't just go color shocked in any way, shape, or form that this is the kind of allegedly female that all of this came from. I mean, boys and girls, it's just another day ending in Y. And of course, John goes out to point all of Bob Iger's hypocrisy about claiming that he's going to remove Disney from the culture war and that it isn't this kind of stuff going forward. And whether or not that's actually true or not, whether or not all the rumors about all these people getting fired behind the scenes are actually true, at the end of the day, we know Star Wars is a dead franchise. Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Bob Iger have all killed it and peed on its grave. They are literally taking this corpse and doing worse things than what you would see at Weekend at Bernie's, ladies and gentlemen. This is nothing more than just one more sign that they never once cared about giving us good quality storytelling, that they never give us any idea about wanting to stick to the lore and giving us good quality representations of the Star Wars universe. All they ever cared about was taking over this franchise and using it as a method to push their political agenda. And guess what? It has killed the Star Wars brand, and Disney is responsible for it. And this right now, this ridiculous clone transgender stuff is absolutely laughable. It is so ridiculous at this point. So that's what Disney Star Wars deserves. Laugh at them, ridicule them, and make fun of them because they have destroyed the most successful franchise in probably entertainment history, and they will never get back the audience they burned. And doing nonsense like this, trying to get to a new modern audience that they have found out does not exist, will continue to get Disney Star Wars exactly what it deserves. And that's burning millions and billions of more dollars on a dead franchise that they will never get the fans back for. And guess what, Kathleen Kennedy? You did it to yourself. How'd that work out, turning Star Wars into a girls' brand, Disney?